What you saying, ladies and gents, it is your boy Buckhat Sam, and it pains me to do this video. I'm going to be discussing whether I am VAL in or VAL out. Obviously, being a massive West Brom fan, this is a big topic at the moment, discussed by all of the fan base at the moment, and we're going to be going into everything. So these are my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think, and smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But where do I start? This season has been interesting. I think that's the best word to use. It's been up and down. But at the moment, West Brom are currently sat in 4th in the table. We're 4th, which is pretty positive. We're 7 points off the top. And we're 4 points off the automatics. So if you'd have told me that by January, you'd be 4 points off promotion. I'd have taken that. And I think that is the biggest problem. I think everyone's losing their sense of reality here. And I think, obviously, the form hasn't been great recently. Last 3 games without a win. But I don't think VAL is the reason why this form isn't going right, why everything's going wrong, and why we haven't hit the standards everyone thought we did. So straight away, I'm VAL in. And don't click off this video if you don't agree with me. Listen to my thoughts and then let me know your thoughts. Because I think from the start, VAL took a very difficult job. West Brom haven't invested. When he took the job, we've spent no money. We've only signed free agents. We signed Adam Reach. We signed Brian. We signed Matty Clark on loan. Alex Mowat on a free. We signed Malumbi on a free and Jordan Hugill on a free. So no money was spent. So straight away he wasn't backed, and he's taken over a Sam Allardyce side, a side that sat back, and then we're expecting a side now to come out, attack, win games, and press. So I think straight away I think it's a difficult job because this is not his team. He's literally, the only signing he's made off his own back, actually being backed financially, is just literally this week gone. It's Daryl DK, a player he had at Barnsley. And I think everyone was kidding themselves that we were going to be walking away with this league. Because how on earth can you compare us to a side like Bournemouth and a side like Fulham, who have invested heavy? Fulham has spent an absolute fortune this summer. They've really backed their managers financially. Whereas we haven't spent a single penny on transfer fees. So straight away, why are we all kidding ourselves that we're going to be so big and high up when we haven't financially backed us? Not only that, when you look at our squad, we have a very weak and thin squad. When you look at other sides, we have 1 left back, we have 1 right back. Our backup right back is youth. We play 3 at the back, and we've literally got like 4 or 5 defenders, and then centre mids. We've got 3 central midfielders. We loaned out Romain Sawyers, who I think that was a mistake. At the time, obviously, no one thought he'd fit the system, but we need legs in the middle right now. We need players. We need to be able to mix it up a bit. Somebody who can keep the ball. I think Romain Sawyers probably would have done a job for us. At the start of the season, no one would have thought it. And his form from last season, no one would have thought it. But I think we're missing out on somebody like that. Somebody who's got that creative spark. Something a bit... It's just not that we've got at the moment. Because Alex Mowat's brilliant. Livermore's brilliant. Malumbi's brilliant. But the 3 of them can't single-handedly carry the midfield throughout the season. We need legs. We need more players. And that's what I mean. We've literally got 4 or 5 attackers. Probably 4 attackers. We've got Matt Phillips, Jordan Hugill. Now we've just signed Daryl DK. But before that, we had Dean Garner, Grant and Robertson. There's not enough players. And I think we're kidding ourselves. We compare ourselves to Bournemouth. We compare ourselves to Fulham. These sides their squads are huge. We have a very small squad. And yes, we've got a good starting 11, but then when the game goes on to 60 minutes, we can't change because we don't have that quality off the bench. Our squad isn't like the depth. I'm getting annoyed. I keep repeating myself, but you're trying to get what I'm saying here, and I think people are forgetting that we are literally 4th in the league, and it's January. I think it's obviously results haven't gone our way recently, but I think overall, you've got to take the positives. Defensively, we've been extremely solid this season. We've only conceded 19 goals. Joint best record in the Championship. That's a very good stat to have because in recent years we have leaked goals, and we seriously have leaked goals. Goal scoring wise hasn't been great, but that's again is the players. I know everyone keeps blaming it's the system and things, but there's not much you can do with the system and with the players when there aren't enough of them. The quality isn't there. This side, I don't think on their own, without investment, I don't think this side will get promoted. I really don't. We need more players. We need players with quality, players with energy, players who are going to fight for the shirt, Because another thing I want to discuss is the red cards recently, the discipline. In the last 12 games, I think it's 6 red cards now. And I think you can aim that slightly at the manager, because you can tell on the sideline he's lost it with referees. He can't control the players, but at the same time the players have to look at themselves now. 6 red cards in 12 games is unheard of. That's not normal. That's not something that is spoken about enough. People go, oh yeah, 6 red cards. Look at that deeper level. That's horrendous. That's players not caring. And then you got players, and when you look at those red cards, you can't even back them up. Alex Mowat lashing out. I think who was that against? It was against Cardiff. That challenge, absolutely no need. Lack of discipline. There's no need for it. Kipre's one against Brighton. Yes, you can kind of back that one. 2 yellow cards, that it happens every now and then. You don't want it to happen, but you can at least defend that. Sam Johnston, at the end of that Cardiff game, I've said it all season, he should not be playing. He has no reason to play him right now. I know everyone says, oh, he's our best keeper. He's our best keeper who doesn't want to be at the club. He's running his contract out in the summer. He has no reason to sign a new contract. He's openly... There's reports today suggesting that he has got no interest in signing a new contract. He wants to play Premier League football, and he's going to get that. And even if we do get promoted, I don't think he'll sign a new contract. I think he's got his heights and standards set higher than West Brom. He clearly wants to leave. So you saw that against Cardiff. The fact that he just lashed out for no reason at the end of the game. If somebody really wanted to play for that shirt, they wouldn't do such stupid things. So right now, I don't think he should be there. He shouldn't even be around the squad, because it's probably not great for morale. If you know you've got a player who plays week in, week out, he doesn't even want to be there. What kind of standard is that setting for the youth players? I don't get it. I don't get... The harmony around the squad can't be great. And I don't know if that's a reason why. I don't know what. It's just, that can't be helping the situation. Surely not. But then we can look at other players. Players that when we got promoted with under Bilic, you look at players like Grady D and Garner, a player who carried us. I think he was ruined by the Premier League last year because of his confidence is so low. I do really feel bad for him, because he's a player we all know has that ability, and he is a confidence player like a lot of players are in the league. We need to give him a chance, give him a run, and not get on his back, because that's another thing. We as fans, we get frustrated. Obviously things aren't going our way right now, and the only way you can do is take it on the players. We boo the players. We need to try and back the players. I know it's easier said than done to back your players when they aren't playing well. They're not. You look at them and you think these aren't West Brom players, and you're not proud, but we've got to get behind them, because players like D and Garner, you can see are confidence players, and when you're getting on their back like we do, that's not going to do anything for their form, is it? It's not helping. It's then just an endless cycle of players then just constantly heads down, and we need to pick these players up, get the atmosphere rocking, get the fans back in the stadium, and get everyone feeling good. Get that feel-good factor back at the Albion like it was earlier on in the season when we came out and we were pressing sides where the energy was. And we can get that back with the fans and investment, even if it's just a few loan players. We just need some fresh legs at the club, because you can tell, specifically in midfield, I think is the most obvious place. Livermore, Mowat, Malumbi. There's not enough legs. Obviously, Gardner Hickman comes in and plays, but we shouldn't be relying on youth. It's good to feed them in, but you shouldn't be relying on them for the legs. We should have players who are fighting for positions. We've got no competition in positions, and that's why I think Furlong's dipped off this season, because he's got no one behind him to really compete with. Same with Townsend. Townsend, I think, has been good this season, but he's got no competition with him. There's no one there around him who's fighting for that place. So, in the big picture, I'm VAL in, because I don't think the situation, the cards he's been dealt with are great. I think we need to remember that, because I don't think, if we got a new manager in, what would change? I can't see how anything would change. It's still the same players week in, week out that aren't performing at the moment. We need to back them, give them a run, and things will change. Get some fresh legs in there. Owners, get some players in. Spend some money. Parachute payments. Where is the money going? We should be investing this straight back into the squad to get back to the Premier League, because the worst thing we can do is what happens with a lot of clubs over time. They get relegated and you see the demise of the club, and then it takes some time to rebuild. The biggest chance is to go straight back up. Invest in the squad. Even if it is spending a few million, just get some fresh legs in. Some players from League One. Get some players on loan, some youth players. We need that buzz back at the club, and I think VAL can do that. I think Valérien Ismaël can do it, and I back him. I saw enough at the start of the season, and the fact that we're still not playing great, the form isn't great, and we're still this close to the top of the table. The standard this year isn't great. Fulham and Bournemouth both have had really bad runs. Fulham are without a win in 5 games. We could easily catch them. We're 3 points off Fulham. We could still catch them. Obviously, they've got games in hand, but we could easily catch them. We've got a huge game coming against QPR. QPR will leapfrog us if they beat us. So this is a massive game. And I think the biggest thing we need to take from this is to back the manager. Whilst he's still in the job, back the manager. That's the only thing we can do as fans. Get behind the players and hope that things will change. We've made a signing early on, which is something that we don't do in the past. We can get players out the door because there's a lot of players that I think are kind of dead wood. I feel bad saying that. Dead wood. Players who have been good for us in seasons gone by, but I think need changing. Fresh legs, investment. And I know this never happens with West Brom, and I'm kidding myself to think we're going to have some overhaul of signings, but just spend a little bit of money. We got relegated, parachute payments. We didn't spend a single penny in the summer. I can't highlight that enough, and I think people are forgetting that. Look at the squad, and I think Valérien Ismaël is doing the best job that can physically be done. We are 4th in the league without spending a single penny. Look at the clubs around us. Blackburn are going on a great run. I think they will fall off. Ben Brereton Diaz is in great form, but he won't keep that up all season. If he gets injured or he has a drought, Blackburn will fall off. And I do feel bad for saying that because I do like the way they're playing at the moment, but I do think they will fall off. I don't think they've got the consistency. I still think we can get promoted. We just need to back the manager, invest in the squad, stay positive, guys. Let me know what you think, guys. Are you Valérien in, Valérien out? I stick by it. I'm Valérien Ismaël in. Come on, you baggies. Let's get promoted. Let's stay positive. But yeah, let me know your comments in the section below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. It's not great, is it? But we've got to stay positive. Valérien in. We're going to get promoted. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Book out Sam. Over and out. Thank you. Goodbye.